How you doing, buddy? There he is.
Commissioner Brody, clean up in aisle 3.
I'll be right there, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
Everybody please stand.
I'll just stand. How's that? I'll talk just right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, tonight we'd like to start out by welcoming the Mayor of Westernport, Mr. Dan Lafferty, and his police commissioner, Tim. Dan, take a bow. Okay, gentlemen, do we have any additions or deletions to our agenda this evening?
No, sir.
None.
We need to add something along.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from our June 18th meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we've got a couple of public hearings to start tonight. Item 1, Code Home Rule Bill 5-15, Water and Sewer Project, bond authorization.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Sir?
Tonight is simply the hearing for Code Home Rule Bill 5-15 on the bond authorization. That would be $5.7 million worth of bond projects, including Wrights Crossing, Route 36, Farrellville, Sunnyside, Creek Road, Pond Circle, Rawlings, Braddock Run, and Bedford Road. Pretty much all of them. Tonight is simply the hearing, so just a chance for any comment. That was introduced June 18th, good vote as soon as July 16th, and it could become effective as soon as August 30th. So just looking for any comments tonight.
Would anybody here like to comment on this? Gentlemen, you okay with it?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move to item number 2, which is a text amendment in the rail zoning part 2B.
I'll try to be fast, but I don't think I can get that fast. Earlier this year, the Planning and Zoning Commission received a petition from a firm. Their client is a cell tower company who wanted to put some cell towers in LaVale. And their problem was that LaVale's zoning ordinance doesn't really give county staff any direction. There's no guidance as how they should make a decision. There's no mention of cell towers in that ordinance. So they requested that we amend that zoning text to give some guidance. So what I did was to look at the county regulations, how that's laid out, and compare the districts to LaVale districts. And what we came up with was a, to begin with, we looked at the rural residential zoning district in LaVale, which is mountainous area, larger parcels, and forested area, and it's a lot like the non-urban districts in the county code where they cell towers are a permitted use. And I'm going to read this text once. It's the same thing in both districts, but we took this text directly out of the county code and inserted it as a permitted use in the rural residential zone as section A21 among the uses that are permitted. It says cellular relay, repeating and transmitting towers subject to the following. A setback distance from buildings on adjacent lots equal to the height of the structure, and B, removal of cellular relay repeating and transmitting tower, and that's basically decommissioning language right there. We also looked at putting cell towers into text for the commercial B zoning district, where there actually are 2 towers in Lavelle, they're both in a commercial B zoning. And in that area, you have smaller lots and commercial uses, but it's in the elevated part and the Lavelle, the southern part of Lavelle. And in that district, we inserted it as a special exception due to the nature of the development within that district. And it's the same language I just read, it's just as a special exception use in the commercial B district. The Planning and Zoning Commission had a hearing on April 22nd, and on the 27th, they recommended that commissioners adopt this text amendment.
Anyone signed up to speak?
Any
comments?
No? Questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move into our action agenda. Item number 3, Brian Westfall, deals with a collective bargaining agreement and emergency medical services.
Evening, Commissioners. Thank you. Unfortunately, this afternoon, a little after 3 o'clock, I received a call from the representative from the IAFF who told me that he was stuck in traffic in Washington, D.C. area and would not be able to make it to the meeting tonight. Another individual who was to sign has car trouble and can't get here tonight. The union has already ratified the contract. I recommended to you from the management perspective to adopt the contract. We can have a public signing at a future date if you'd like to do that.
Any comments? Do we have a motion to ratify this contract?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Nice tie for the 4th of July service. Thanks. Very good.
You'll see the firecrackers, you guys. Okay, item number 4, senior care system annual plan.
Good evening, Commissioners. I am Jeannie Gussie,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we've got a road closing petition, Janice Plummer. There again, this is one that we just opened how long ago?
This one's been a long, ongoing process. This is at the Summit subdivision. This road is being closed to allow the developer to reconfigure lots to be able to maximize the recovery based upon the new septic law. They can't have as many lots, and we've worked with the developer on a number of things. This is the carrot part, if you will. There's some other things we've gotten the developer to do, he has agreed to do, or the developer. So the staff does recommend that this be approved, and it's a paper street, it's not been developed. So, and it does not affect any other properties that are already there or lots that have been sold.
Discussion?
No discussion.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
How about second? I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Okay. Got it.
Opposed, aye. Okay, fiscal year 2016 annual plan for program open space.
Hi again. Back in March, we sent out an RFP seeking proposals for using POS money to the municipalities and local sponsor groups that in the past have used program open space money for recreational development. The state of Maryland didn't get around to telling us exactly how much money we were going to have until about 2 weeks ago. But we managed to give the people, the organizations and the municipalities what they were asking for. Some of the municipalities had multiple requests, and we asked them to prioritize them. So we were able to give everyone their top priority, and I'm going to read this list of projects into the record here. City of Frostburg, development at Clariesville Ecker Community Park. Do you want those dollar figures? Please. $102,500. Cressertown Civic Improvement Association and Cressertown Community Park, developing a playground for $45,000, and these dollar figures are just program open space amounts. Board of Education, Allegany High School Athletic Facilities, $15,362 to complete the pledge made to give them $500,000 over 2 or 3 years. Town of Barton, the Meadow Ball Field parking lot paving for $6,300. Town of Westernport, the Maryland Avenue Ball Field lighting at $98,100. Allegheny County Fairgrounds facility study for $27,000. Old Town Community Center playground and tennis court improvements for $24,669. The Old Town Youth Sports Commission, these are 2 separate parks in Old Town. Improvements at the Old Town Community Park for $9,180. And the City of Cumberland Mason Sports Complex Trail Planning and Design for $22,500.
Discussion?
None.
Jake?
Mr. Dorsey, was there any ranking of these projects, or was it just?
We managed to fund every request we got. I did tell the municipalities who did it to
Prioritize
more than one, yeah, to prioritize.
All right, thank you.
Good. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
A second? I'll second this one. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I sort of forgot
No.
to tell you that the municipalities do get a similar program at work called Community Parks and Playgrounds. Comes from the same source of funding that Program Open Space does, only it's only for the municipalities. And they're well, they participate well in that program.
Item number 8, possible bill award for Allegany
background for those unfamiliar, the underpass project purpose is to eliminate the current crossing at Valley and Lee Streets in the city of Cumberland. It's safe if you get through there. You can see it's very dangerous for both pedestrians and motorists as well. What we're proposing, the trail be realigned to use an existing right-of-way that belongs to the city of Cumberland under the Valley Street Bridge. The trail is going to remain open during construction as we build the new alignment, and because the new alignment does not impact the current alignment that's built in addition to the existing setup. The existing alignment will remain in place for the local users, but new signage will be placed to direct through riders on the trail onto the new alignment and away from the existing pedestrian crossing. So it's not going to be totally blocked off, but folks coming from Cumberland will be able to access as they have in the past, but those coming through will be obviously directed under the bridge and away from the street crossing. Our engineer's estimate for construction of the project was $205,000 plus or minus. The project began advertisement at the beginning of June. We opened bids just 2 days ago, June 30th. Carl Belt was our low bidder at around $179,000, so we're $27,000 plus or minus under estimate, which is good news. We had 4 other good competitive bids from Excavating Associates, J.L. Wolford, Braddock Construction, and R.C. Newman. We reviewed the bids internally, resulting in our recommendation to seek approval from you all to award the contract to Carl Bell now, and then send our concurrence package to State Highway Administration for them to review it, and pending approval from them to move forward with construction. The reason we're wanting to do this as quickly as possible here is to make sure we get it done this construction season and avoid delaying the project any further. Barring though unforeseen delays, we're hoping to be able to go to construction in September and finish up in October. So again, the purpose of our request here is to ask for possible action to proceed with the award of the construction contract to Carl Bell in the amount of $158,763, pending State Highway Administration approval of our bidding works. Any questions I can answer now or in the future at your convenience. Thank you.
Any questions, gentlemen? Discussion?
Motion.
We have a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Dan. Item number 9 is resolution number 15-14, Maryland Mortgage Program.
Commissioners, as I do every time about this year, I ask you, well, let me just read the background. The Maryland Community Development Administration, CDA, provides financing for the Maryland Mortgage Program to each county through the sale of tax-exempt bonds. This program provides below-rate mortgages for home ownership to the residents of Allegany County. All of Allegany County is considered a targeted area, which means one does not have to be a first-time home buyer to participate in the program. The 2015 sub-allocation for Allegany County is $2,593,891. CDA offers a variety of fixed-rate loans. Interest rates range from 2.75% to 5.232%, depending on the option selected. Since Allegany County is a targeted area, current income limits to qualify are $104,640 for 1 or 2 persons in the household, with an increase to $122,080 for a family of 3 or more. So you can see these income limits, at least in my opinion, and compared to the area, are very high and very, I think, generous. The maximum acquisition cost is $289,470 for existing or newly constructed homes. And the question that comes up, the program is accessed through various mortgage lenders throughout the state of Maryland, but in Allegany County, the participating lender is Susquehanna Bank. The contact for this program at this bank is Kelly Palomar, and I have a phone number here, but I'll put it into the record. Her phone number is 301-387-3456, and her email is kelly.palomar, PALAMAR, @susquehanna.net. I'm asking for the Board of Commissioners to authorize a transfer of $2,593,891 to the Community Development Administration's Maryland Mortgage Program for the issuance of tax-exempt housing bonds on behalf of Allegany County, and to authorize the President to sign the letter of transfer. Thank you.
We're bringing him in for the filibuster.
Hey, I just had to get that in there. So Commissioners, that's what I'm asking for. Thank you.
Any questions?
That's all.
You have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you,
With that,
Commissioner.
get that to the table. Okay, for consent agenda, Mr. Everett?
Commissioners, we just treat this as an action item. If you don't mind, following up on your action a few moments ago to approve the county's annual TLS plan. The county has earmarked the final piece, $15,000 and change, to the Board of Education for the athletic fields at the to-be-constructed new Allegany High School. In order to move through the process and begin leveraging those funds in the future, we have to submit an application with the Board of Education. And component of that application is a joint use agreement.
Okay, gentlemen, just so you know, if you look at the agreement that's in your packet, marked item 10, if you look at number 3 in that, it says the third party shall operate and maintain the facility. When Dr. Cox signed this agreement at an earlier date, that wording said that the local government would operate and maintain the facilities, which that's not the way it should have been. I'm quite sure Dr. Cox will have no problem with the change, but he will resent the new contract. Third party refers to Board of Education. Okay. Do we have a motion to accept this?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, County Administrator.
Commissioners, as we have done in the past, I have a letter prepared for all 3 of your signatures concerning the Polish Mountain Hill Climb event, which is scheduled for August the 1st through the 2nd. It's your pleasure. Would you like me to read this into the record? Sure. Okay. This letter is dated July the 2nd, 2015, to Tony Crawford, District 6 Engineer, Maryland State Highway Administration. Dear Mr. Crawford, in reference to the requirements for issuing a Maryland State Highway Special Event Permit outlined in Senate Bill 984 and House Bill 1356 and signed into law in April of 2009, we are pleased to provide this letter of authorization for the Polish Mountain Hill Climb plan for August the 2nd, 1st through the 2nd. The organizing group for much of this programming, the National Road Auto Sport LLC, has presented a plan to partner with the Flintstone Volunteer Fire Company to support this unique motorsport activity. We support the staging of the event and the subsequent closure of specified public roads pursuant to the conditions required in Maryland Code Article 21, 1211. Thank you in advance for supporting this in Allegany County. Sincerely, Board of County Commissioners.
And I remember when this was all created, it took a lot of local activity to get this event put in place. It was actually the first event where they actually allowed a section of a state highway to be closed to hold an automotive racing event such as this. It does bring a lot of activity to the county, and it was a huge fundraiser for Flintstone Volunteer Fire Company.
Commissioner Spillier.
County Attorney, any comments?
I have none.
Thank you very much.
Happy for it.
Commissioner Brady.
Yes, sir. First of all, it's good to see David Nedved back with us. We most certainly appreciate it. David's went under some treatment here lately from some pretty harsh things, so it's good to see you. Second of all, it's very good to see you, Mayor Laffey, and Commissioner Jackson. Thank you for coming down this evening. Especially close with them, especially Mayor Laffey. He's kind of been a mentor to me, so it's good to see him here.
Are you going take
He's
that.
got better laugh.
Yeah, I don't, so no one throw anything at me, please, but, third of all, I'd like to report on a meeting that I had with Jeff Barclay and Linda Puffenberger just recently with the new Undersecretary of Transportation, Undersecretary of Ports. It's a very positive meeting. A very straight up gentleman that's no stranger to Annapolis or how to get things done. Most certainly understands that the rural areas can't fall under the same guidelines as the more populated areas, and was, like I say, very perceptive to what we had to say, and was all in favor of putting a little more authority into our district hands and helping us move forward with a couple projects that we're looking at. So very positive meeting. It was absolutely 180-degree turn from what we've been dealing with in the last 2 years.
And I think it's quite interesting, the day after you had that meeting, I got a phone call from Jeannie Riccio, who is in the governor's office. She wanted to call and make sure that that meeting had taken place and that we were satisfied with the way the meeting went. So we finally getting our voices heard in Annapolis, especially when it deals with the highway entrance and exit permits. It's a good step forward.
But it was amazing because the secretary, he went right out to the site, looked at some of the sites that we had in question. And right there with Mrs. Puffenberger that's over traffic for the District 6 office. And they was able to actually talk through and work out some little hiccups right on the spot. So he's a very, very common sense secretary.
It's good to see.
So and one last thing is I hope everyone has a very enjoyable 4th of July.
So, make some comments.
Yeah, hope everyone has a good 4th of July. Be safe, don't lose any fingers with your fireworks. That's all. Let's get out.
You don't want to be around creating fireworks.
Well, sure you do. We'll have loads of fun.
You got insurance on that new camper?
I do.
You want to be a beneficiary, Jake.
That's right.
And for myself, I'd just like to wish everybody a good, safe holiday. Let everybody know that there are a lot of good things starting to happen here in Allegheny County. The change in Annapolis is definitely making a change in Allegheny County. Jake and I attended a retired teachers meeting today, and Delegate Buckle was there, and he started out by speaking in Spanish because he said he learned that in school. And so whenever I talked, I said, well, my problem is I speak in Allegheny County English, and the people in Annapolis seem to think that's a foreign language because they just don't understand us here. But that is changing. They're listening to us in Annapolis. We've got a great group in the delegation to work with now, and we've got personal contact with the governor and the secretaries. And the governor, by the way, is doing fine from his chemo treatments, so all should be good over the next several months. Thank you all for coming. Our next public meeting is Thursday, July 16th, here in this room. And we check for newspaper listings, we check the county website for update on hybrid flushing dates, and also the government calendar for the holidays. Thank you again. Meeting's closed.
Lots of them.
Yeah, actually, you just Google it, you know, best thing to do is Maryland working for, it'll come up, but you gotta